Hello, we just had GoFest and I have some brand new Dawn Necrozma content here for you. These battles were sent in by Tsuko. You may recognize him from the Play Pokemon streams. He's a judge there often. And the team that he's using is Xerneas, Landorus, Therian Form, and Necrozma Dawn. It's an interesting team. I don't find it super strong into Kyogre, but it does have a lot of play all across the meta, in my opinion. The toughest thing you might face is probably an opposing Necrozma Dusk form, but I think it's still playable. I think the idea behind this team is that both Pokemon of Xerneas and Landorus are good at pressuring shields, and then Dawn main, with that Moongeist beam, just hits hard on about anything. I do think Xerneas is somewhat of a... it's an interesting Pokemon, because Geomancy, its legacy attack, fits it so well, but it's actually a pretty mediocre fast attack. It's actually like a Snarl, the same energy generation, but less damage. I think that Landorus Therian form speaks for itself. And like I said, you want to get shields down for the Necrozma Dawn form. These battles are from around the 2700s. He's leading Xerneas into Tapu Bulu, which is somewhat neutral, but I would say a little bit worse for Xerneas because you get outpaced, and 2 Nature's Madness should be enough. Maybe not at the first one, but Nature's Madness debuffs the defense. Yeah, I think the next one will knock out. So you do lose the 0 shields here, very likely. Tapu Bulu is quite fragile. And it's actually quite good into that Landorus as well. So it's a little bit annoying that this still stays around right now. Let's see what Zuko is going to do. Again, this is a team where you want to get shields down. The less shields there are in play, the better that Necrozma becomes. There's only really normal types and dark types that do very well into Necrozma, but there's like so few people using a Pokemon like Snorlax or Yveltal, especially in higher elo ranges. Look at how close it still gets though in the 1 shield. The opponent does win switch advantage. Let's see what he gets. The energy advantage on Landorus, which is an interesting play. He actually gets the perfect farm now. That's just nasty. So he already has a Sandsear Storm now, and whatever comes in now, probably won't have a good time here. In the back is an Avalok. Yeah, this energy is really, really useful. Because here's the thing. Avalok is generally quite good into Landorus, but this Landorus already has so much energy. Getting the Charge Attack Purity here is big. Let's see if the opponent is going to shield this. They will lose this matchup done. In the back is then a Kyogre. In comes the Necrozma. Now, I think Necrozma does get outpaced here, but it's a little bit bulkier than like Lunala, so it can hang on a little bit. Moongeist Beam will likely just knock out here. Just to give insight in how much that will do, it does 75% to a Dialga. The opponent makes the play of no shielding this, and that might actually win them the battle. He's trying to get charge security with the Kyogre. Opponent doesn't fall for that, going for switch advantage, and let's see, the opponent lets it go, which is interesting, because I think they could have just gone to 2-surf there. Regardless, we move on. Maybe the opponent thought they would get outpaced by the Landorus. This is probably one of the worst leads you can get, but Landorus makes an excellent safe switch. See what this Ho-Oh is going to do. You always need to shield this Ho-Oh here, kind of. You don't want to get hit by a Stone Edge. The opponent tries to catch on Zygarde, unsuccessfully, but man, the Ho-Oh has a Brave Bird stored right now, which is terrible. Good thing this Landorus already has an energy advantage, so we'll be able to debuff this Zygarde a lot. Here's the problem, though. Yes, you can get a lot of energy on your Xerneas, but that energy doesn't really help against Ho-Oh. Ho-Oh with energy is looking very dangerous here, and I would expect something like a Dialga in the back. You see that damage does nothing, that because Zygarde has no attack, but you also see like 3 Sandsear Storm just stick old Zygarde. I think ideally you want to get out of this matchup. And, oh, he does swap out at the very last second, trying to store a Stone Edge. The opponent also swaps out now. Yeah, I mean, the timer was up there. This is looking very rough. Xerneas likely gets like Sacred Fight and farm down. You kind of need Thunder to threaten this Pokemon at all. This is where Zacian does better because you can have Wild Charge, and most Zacian do have Wild Charge. Sacred Fire puts this so low. Attack drop as well. Can you get there? Yeah, barely getting there. 1 HP. Very fortunate, but this will do less damage now. There's actually damage registration there, so he should not have gotten this damage off. But man, how do you win this? There's no way. You need to get like a farm down on the Necrozma. Maybe that is a play. Maybe that is a play. But if you get debuffed, it's looking much more difficult. Let's see. It does get debuffed. Trying to get Charge Stack Purity swap, I guess. But not possible. Going for the Sandsear Storm here. Opponent knows. Doesn't get the attack off though. Let's see what's in the back here. In the back is opposing Necrozma Dawn, and that's game over. Because Shadow Claw is double super effective on each other, so he would just get farmed down here. That was funny though. Game number 3, Xerneas into Dialga Origin form. This is where Geomancy excels over whatever Zacian has as a fast attack, and also because Xerneas is like a slightly bulkier. It can hang on here. It might not be bulkier in defense, but it is in HP. And HP is important here. Because Dragon Breath does 1 damage. It means that if you have more HP, like than Zacian, that they kind of do less relatively, if you know what I mean, right? If, 1 damage on 219 HP is less than 1 damage in 213 HP of Zacian. Now going for close combat, I think this is excellent to pull shields. And he does get a shield. This is exactly what Zuko wants. Can you get to another one? Yes. Oh no, it's Charge Tech Purity. And I think he lets this go. If you get a farm down with Necrozma here, that's nasty. There has to be like a Landers answer, so you could also farm... Oh no, he does go in with Necrozma. This Dialga shouldn't get to another attack, I think. Doesn't. You come out with a Dark Pulse. Again, remember, Moongeist Beam does so much on everything. In comes Palkia. This is actually kind of fine, because you don't want either on Landers. Well, I guess Palkia is the better match for Landers. Please, land. I want to see how much this does. This would do so much. And Kyogre into the red. That's crazy. You can get a farm down here, probably. He does get the farm down. And now you need a lot of damage on that Palkia, though. Can you get to Dark Pulse? And you might be able to get to Dark Pulse and Moongeist Beam. He's going to try it. Dark Pulse, you need so much damage, though. You need at least 2 attacks into KO with that Landers. Does get that shield. Doesn't want to risk trying to go for the Moongeist Beam. I think he could have gone it. But I guess at this point, you know, Stone Edge will be enough. Perhaps even a Sandsear Storm with the Mud Shots. And in that case, Zuko should be fine here. Let's see, Aqua Tail shielded. Won't knock out anyway. Now going for the Sandsear Storm. And now Aqua Tail definitely should knock out. So the Necrozma with energy advantage. Oh, that was unbeatable at this point. Game number 4, Xerneas into Zygarde. Perfect. Zygarde got nothing here. Let's see. Opponent swaps into Necrozma Dusk form. Perfect, because we're kind of double weak to this. It's perfect to align the Landers here. Wow, no shielding this. Necrozma Dusk main form has a similar, an equivalent to Moongeist Beam that we just saw a lot of damage done to that Kyogre, which is Sunsteel Strike. And Sunsteel Strike basically would like take Landers out in 1 attack. Even after being debuffed, it would do a lot of damage. I would think like 83% or something, just out of the top of my head. Dark Pulse. The opponent's shielding is interesting because this allows Zuko to get energy here. Maybe the opponent didn't even build to the Sunsteel Strike, and in that case, Zuko was like, okay, it's just Dark Pulse. I'm not exactly threatened by that because Dark Pulse is not exactly the strongest attack, exactly when that's not the same type of attack bonus. I think with Necrozma Dustman, you can easily get an energy advantage. In the back is Solgaleo. This is probably the most paid-to-win team I've ever seen. And we might see more of that, truthfully. But that team is kind of also not great into Landers. And the Dawn form here is just going to hard counter this Solgaleo. Solgaleo got nothing on this matchup. The opponent shields. I'm not sure if that's going to help anything. They might try to land an Iron Head here, I guess. Which they do try. Makes sense. But this will only allow Zuko to farm more energy. Perhaps get to a Moongeist Beam on that Zygarde. I want to see how much that does. Please don't top left. Don't top left. I want to see this. I want to see. Oh, no, we're lagging! Okay, Moongeist Beam is coming in. Let's see. This is going to do, I think, 50%. Yeah, maybe a little bit less. It doesn't matter. But thank you for the experiment. Last battle of this set, Xerneas into Palkia. Beautiful. Let's see what the opponent goes into. A Landorus Sage could actually be tricky. Opponent goes into Dialga, though. This is not exactly what I would expect. And how do you play this out, actually? You don't really have a Palkia answer in the back, but... Oh my, the opponent lets that go. Interesting. But now this Dialga will win the Zero Shield scenario, I believe. Zuko not throwing his attack is interesting there, because then the opponent couldn't even throw their Roar of Time. And Roar of Time is just so wicked here, just because you don't get debuffed. So your Dragon Breaths also are not debuffed, as opposed to when you have the Draco Meteor. There's still a lot of energy on this Landorus, which is annoying for Palkia. Palkia can take 2 Sandsear Storm, but not Sandsear Storm plus Mudshot and Stone Edge. So let's see what Zuko's going to do. Going for the Stone Edge, actually. Expecting the opponent not to shield. I like this, because the opponent's like, well, this is useless against that Xerneas. So they do let it go. In the back is their own Landorus. This could get annoying, but I think it's very fine as well. Landorus is, as Sandsear Storm, tries to call a bait as well. Going into the Xerneas, yeah, opponent, I guess, was like, okay, my only win con is calling that bait. We didn't even need the Necrozma there. Big 4-1 set there from Zuko, and now moving on to the 2800s. Again, a great lead. Xerneas, as a mono fairy type, just has a very strong typing, but we don't really have a great answer to this. This is why Xerneas pairs pretty well with, like, Kyogre, and I think Kyogre is even more prevalent now in a Necrozma meta, because it has such good neutral matchups all over the board against anything that's not like a dragon. So going for the close combat here, then probably swapping. Interesting bait, but the opponent fell for it. And again, with this team, you want shields down. So this is exactly kind of what you want. And if the close combat landed, then this landers probably would have been in Stone Edge range. So either play was just fine. If you can land one Stone Edge, I think Zuko might even let this go. This is Charge Tech Purity, I believe. So lucky that he wins that. Let's see if the opponent shields that. There's no way. Yeah, they don't shield that. It's actually Charge Tech Purity, which could have been very annoying if he lost Charge Purity there. It's actually only a Sensor Storm. Maybe the opponent did build up to it. Let's see. I'm guessing the opponent's like, okay, I'm just going to get energy advantage so I can get Iron Hat for that Xerneas and threaten it still. But I think, are you able to get there? Oh, he's barely not able to get there. In comes Xerneas. Let's see what's in the back. It is Ho-Oh, but with a shield down, it's not going to do it against this this Necrozma. I keep wanting to say Lunala, but I'm just not too used to this generation. Let's see. This KOs. I think this KOs. If you let this go, I think this KOs. This does so much damage, dude. Oh, almost KOs. Yeah, that's just kind of over, right? I think this Dialga needs to like farm down. If it can farm down, maybe there's a chance for the opponent. Going for the Moongeist Beam. The opponent might try to call it because I think Zuko could have gone to Dark Pulse and the Moongeist Beam, and indeed they do no shield that. That's very smart trying to play to their win condition, but Zuko pretty smart there going for Moongeist Beam. Probably would have gone to a close combat on its Xerneas as well. Next battle, Xerneas into Dialga. Again, tremendous lead. What does the opponent swap into? Mewtwo. We don't really have that great of an answer here. Yes, we have a Ghost type in the back, but man, a Shadow Ball probably does over 100% damage. So that's kind of not great. I'm wondering if at this point you can just farm down straight Shadow Claw. This is the easiest bait of your life if you're Mewtwo. Let's see if they do that. They do bait, makes sense. It probably would do... Well, actually it's resisted, right? Because Necrozma is also Psychic type, so... But yeah, Shadow Ball is double super effective, so you kind of cannot shield that. Opponent wants to get 2 shields down. If it's his own Necrozma, well done. But let's see. Going for the Shadow Ball now. Yep, that's a good shield. And now you do have a Moongeist Beam, though, for that Dialga. Dialga can hang on, but this is a full Necrozma. So I think if you don't shield that, you might get clawed down. Let's see. Okay, that is a correct shield. Makes sense. But I think Necrozma gets to another one. Does Dialga hang on? I think it does. Just barely. And the opponent saves it, but in comes Ho-Oh. And oh man, wait. This Ho-Oh has energy advantage. Hold up, they have to throw the Brave Bird here, but they need 3 more Incinerate. I think that the Necrozma has a little bit of energy, so probably just farms down, right? Or not farms down, gets to an attack. 2. Oh, hold up. Oh, hold up. I think he lost track of energy. Does Dark Pulse knock out? It doesn't. But the opponent doesn't throw. They tried to get the final for an Iron Head, I guess. Yeah, makes sense. Not a bad play. Third battle in the set, Xerneas into Zacian. Battle of the Fairies. I don't know who exactly takes this. I think this is rather neutral. But if Zacian throws before Xerneas and it's a Wild Charge or something, Xerneas definitely takes it. Because Zacian would need 2 attacks and Xerneas would only need 1 attack after debuff. So the opponent doesn't throw just yet. Moonblast does a lot of damage. Let's see, how do you play this? I would reckon... Oh, catches the attack here. That's crazy. It is a Wild Charge. That's a pretty big catch. The opponent could probably go for another player, though. And it is the Wild Charge, which is resisted. In the back is Kyogre. Yikes. That's the arch enemy of this team. You don't want to see that. Let's see. And there's still also 2 shields on the opponent's side. I'm not sure how you're going to get back from this. Because Xerneas is not that great into Kyogre. You only win the 0 shields. And that's because I believe you outpace the 2 close combat. But at this point, man, you gotta let this go, kind of, right? Yeah, you gotta let it go. Thunder, though! The opponent goes for Thunder? Why? Oh, man. He realizes... Wait, I think the opponent didn't get an attack through. So he could have got to close combat, maybe? Opponent does shield. Oh, he did get the waterfall through. And now, all the hope is on Necrozma. Can Necrozma Dawn Form sweep this? I would think there's like a Dialga in the back. That Zacian probably still has a Wild Charge. Pretty wild. In the back is Dialga. Can you land a Moongeist Beam? Claw down. I think that's your only win condition. And this Dialga not getting to an attack. They obviously shield this though, right? Yeah, they do. You get to another one, but you have to shield this. Now you have to overfarm so much to beat that Zacian. I don't think you can beat this. Right? He has to overfarm to 100 here. Yeah, this doesn't knock out. There's no way. This is not the same type attack bonus. Sometimes a little bit confusing because it's Ghost and Psychic type, but this is a Dark type attack that doesn't knock out. I guess, I don't know. That was kind of the play at that point, but that Dark Pulse was not going to be enough. So, yeah, tough game. Good game. Game number 4. Xerneas into Ho-Oh. The worst lead you can get. Let's see what he's going to do. Going into Landers, a safe switch. Let's see what the opponent... Usually these run Dialga on the back, so they don't exactly do great there. Opponent staying in. Interesting. Probably waiting for Zuko to... If you no-shoot this, then you are cheating. You're watching. Okay, they're not watching. Makes sense, because this battle was in the past. So now it's 100 energy, but it cannot stack 2 attacks. So it needs 1 more turn for another attack. Does the opponent have another... Maybe they have their own Necrozma, and they're like, okay, well, I don't need switch advantage per se. Let's see. Another Stone Edge is shielded. Landers will take the 2 shield here if it wants to, though, especially after getting 1 bait. There's no way you run fire double steal or something, right? And actually lets the Ho-Oh go. No swap there. What's in the back then? Shields are down. Necrozma is gold right now. Okay. There's a Dialga. Has to eat a Sandseer Storm, though. I think it's Necrozma on the back. But if it is, you probably lose, right? Let's see. Xerneas comes in. Oh, it's a Nihilego! Who runs this? I love this Pokemon, but only in restricted formats. In Go Battle League, Nihilego is a big risk. I would not recommend it, but yeah, pretty cool though. Nihilego absolutely destroys fairy types though, so if you hate Xerneas or Zasho, Nihilego might be the Pokemon for you. It just loses to all the Necrozma and Steel type. The final battle, can we get 2 4-1s here? Xerneas into Zygarde, well that's a great start. It feels like it's either a Dragon or a Steel type lead. Let's see. This Zygarde is staying in, kind of weird, champ. Let's see, this will do a lot of damage. It won't put Zygarde into the red, but definitely close to it. What? What are you running? 2 Dragon types? Letting this go makes sense. Zygarde, again, has no attack. Tickles. It's actually ridiculous that Xerneas is about as low as Zygarde almost. Going for the Moonblast here, knocks out this Pokemon. There's always like Solgaleo or something in the back. No, it's Landorus. Going for perfect timing there. 3 Geomancy for 5 Mudshot, 9 turns versus 10 turns. Shields the Moonblast, makes sense. Would do a lot of damage to Landorus. What could be in the back here? It has to be like Palkia maybe, which is a ridiculous team, because it doesn't work against fairy types. But that's the only thing I would think right now. Let's see if Zuko's going to shield this. Nope. I love this. Necrozma Dawn is the sweeper. It's so good, man. It's so good. In the back, it is Palkia! This team makes no sense! Anyway, we go into Necrozma here, which still has an iffy matchup. Palkia pace is really fast. And Necrozma not so much, because his cheapest charge stack is 50 energy. The opponent calls that Zuko would no shield on Aqua Tail, but he did shield. This 2 shields. It makes sense that at this point he would just shield anything. And no shoots the Moon Guy's Beam, though. There goes Palkia. It's just gone. Oh, charge stack purity though. If it is Sandseer Storm, I don't think it knocks out, right? Necrozma's kind of bulky. It's Stone Edge. Okay, well, that knocks out. Does this knock out, though? This also does a lot of damage. Opponent, no shields. And now you need the Mudshot down. It's double resisted, though. But Landorus does not have a lot of HP. And I think if this Mudshot went through, then I think that it should knock out. And it does knock out. GG, that's 2 4-1 sets with this team. Necrozma Dawn, I need to build one. I still don't have a hundo at the time of making this video, but I need this Pokemon. So yeah, 2 4-1s. This just shows that Necrozma Dawn is like one of the best sweepers there is right now. If you were not convinced, you probably kind of are right now, I would think. Hope you liked the video, and thank you for watching. See you in the next one. Bye.